Okay, so welcome back. We have another friction question from the Hibbeler textbook, and we have these two blocks A and B that have a weight of 10 pounds and 6 pounds respectively. So we know the 8 is 10 pounds and B is 6. They're resting on the incline for which the coefficient of static friction is 0.15 for A and 0.25 for B. We need to determine the angle theta, which is basically the slope for which both blocks begin to slide. Also find the required stretch or compression in the connecting spring for this to occur. The spring has a stiffness of 2 pounds per foot, so we have the constant of the spring. Looking at this, we can see that we have higher coefficient for B. This is 0.25 and A is 0.15, and because of the weights, we're expecting to block A goes down faster for two reasons. First, it's heavier, and the second reason is the friction is less. So what we're gonna do, basically, we are in a static. We are on the verge of moving the two blocks, but we're still in a static, so we can use our equilibrium equations for each of these. We can start with the free body diagram of each of them. We can start with the A. So basically, because of the weight, the difference between the two weight we have, the spring is going to stretch. We know the force in the spring would be the constant times the displacement or the stretch that is going to happen. So basically, we can call this force, we know the constant is 2, so we can call this force 2x. We're going to have a normal force NA, and because eventually these two are going to move in this direction, the friction has to be in the opposite of that, so FA would be in this direction. We're going to have weight, which is 10 pounds, and this is going to be mu A times NA, and we can call our X and Y, we're going to call this as our X, and this is going to be our Y, knowing that this angle here is theta. So let's do our equilibrium equations. For this one, sum of all forces in X equals 0, again, because we're in equilibrium, so we have 2x plus FA, and we have the X component of the weight, which is negative 10. Sine of theta equals 0, that's going to be our first equation. We have sum of all forces in Y equals 0, NA minus 10 cosine of theta equals 0, and in the first equation basically we can just put this value in here, which is 0.15 times NA. So we can see we have 3 different unknowns in here, NA, X, and theta, which means we have to move on to the next block because we have too many unknowns in here. Let's draw the free body diagram for the block B. So we're gonna have the same force of the spring, which is again 2x. Again, x is the displacement in the spring. We're gonna have the normal force B, and obviously we have the weight, this time 6 pounds, and friction again opposite of the movement, which is 0.25 NB. Yeah, so the coefficient for the B is 0.25, and yeah, we're gonna define the same X and Y. So this is our X, this is our Y, and again this is going to be our. So let's write our sum of all forces in X. We're gonna have FB 0.25 NB minus 2x minus 6 sine of theta equals 0, and we're gonna have sum of all forces in Y equals 0, NB negative 6 cosine of theta, and this will be equals 0. So now if we look at all the equations that we have 4 equations with 4 unknowns, NA, X, theta, and NB. So because we have 4 unknown 4 equations, we should be able to find all the unknowns in here. I'm not going to go through solving this equation, but basically what we can do, we can just find one equation based on the other one. For example, in this equation, we can replace NB with 6 cosine of theta, and for the x we can refer to this one, find the x based on theta, and we know NA can be written based on theta as well, so we're just going to put it in here. And at the end, we're going to get the value for each of them. The theta is going to be 10.6 degrees. The displacement is going to be 0.184 foot. And these are the two values the question is asking. And just for your reference, the normal force for A would be 9.83 pounds, and the normal force for the B would be 5.9 pounds. And yeah, because we have to have the two blocks on the verge to move, we have to satisfy all these four equations at the same time to kind of satisfy the equilibrium condition. And that moment that we're gonna move from equilibrium to the move. So yeah, everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.